was life like in the Appalachia Mountains? The beauty of the streams, rivers, mountains, and lakes are second to none in the world. The people are tough and hardworking and try to teach that to their children because as beautiful as it was, it could be just as hard. From busting the rocky ground to plant a garden to busting coal to make it a living. A paradise for some and a hell for others. The mountains can become a prison, keeping people trapped for generations. Coal was not only king, but at sometimes an overlord, controlling every aspect of daily life. But our ancestors were tough, made sure we were tough too. Mountain folks can be some of the most hard-headed and stubborn people you meet, but it's because they had to survive. The best commodity to come from the mountains is people, coal miners and soldiers, teachers and nurses, doctors and lawyers, businessmen and women. We also produced our fair share of rebels and musicians and writers and artists. Our families have known each other for over a century. Sometimes it was good and sometimes it was bad, with feuds being created by one generation and lasting through the next. The one thing that used to visit our area a little too much was death. It was like a family member that you didn't want to come to the reunion, but it always did. You become acquainted with death at a very young age in the mountains. Tragedy and funerals were all too common. A coal mine collapse or explosion, killing multiple men at once, and then the rescue effort that would ensue afterwards. Black lung, drugs, overturned tractor snakes, and the list could go on. To me, the hardest job in the mountains was being a funeral director or a pastor or one of our volunteer firefighters or EMTs on the ambulance service. They saw it all and knew most everyone they were trying to help, or at least their families. When the coal companies left and unemployment and addiction attacked the area, most folks thought it was the end of those strong people. Today, the area is rebounding. People are creating their own jobs. Folks have stepped in and started recovery centers to help those that want free from addiction. All I can say is that you won't keep folks of the Appalachian Mountains down for long. They may take a hit that puts them on the ground, but when they stand back up, nothing will stop them. I've seen them stand up to the coal companies and then bow down at the altar. I've seen them take groceries and pay bills for needy families when they were in need themselves. All in all, they take care of not only their own, but they help take care of this country. That's life in the Appalachian Mountains.